Cheers guys, how's life? I do have, where's the tire? Yes! Here, it's about the oncoming BFA 306 top speed test, and just for safety reasons, tubeless tires are better if you go for top speed. So I got the BGM tubeless, BGM heidenau, and I'm gonna use them with the PINASCO so I can mount it by myself, because the SIB rims are very good, but the thing is that the groove here is a little bit too small, and the part here of the heidenau tires is a little bit too big. That's what a tire professional company told me. A little bit too small, a little bit too big, super hassle to mount. You can mount them on SIB rims. It's barely possible to get them off. You have to cut them off, and I don't want to cut tires. And if you cut tires, you're gonna hurt the rims, etc. and so on. So the PINASCO are a good alternative. It's just a little bit tricky because the shape of the small half of the rim is round, so the balancing weights will not stick. So we have to put the balancing weights on the big half, and with a hot glue gun all around the weights. And I hope that they will last. They will stick there. Let's just see. Pretty easy to mount. I'm gonna show you. PINASCO rims unpacked, unboxing. I don't want to bore you with the unboxing part. Of course, it's not PINASCO. PINASCO is a dealer. They do buy it from a producer and then just resell it as PINASCO, branded, resell it. The thing is that the Australian World Travelers, hi Brett, by the way. Cheers, guy. Hi Brett, by the way. Cheers, mate. They are using these rims. No better test than going on a world trip, and they did use it for, correct me, Brett, it's about 63,000 kilometers and at least 10,000 kilometers off-road. Two people, okay, there, yeah. Not so much weight, but 10,000 kilometers off-road with the luggage in front and the back. And he just said, Brad just says they're awesome. They can take a lot of hits and they're still fine. So that's the reason why I'm gonna try it. You can find more details in the other video I made. And we don't need this. I forgot the name, the English name. What is it? In German it's Bundmutter. Oh, one is missing anyways. Oh, god damn it. It's not only that one of these special one is missing. Can you see any washers here? The special washers. Can I see any of it? There should be 10. And find the mistake. What's missing? I'm gonna help you. One of these is missing, and all of the washers. It's so typical that this happens to me. Anyways, I don't have these washers here right now, but I want to mount the rim in high speed video for you. So these screw nuts are gonna go, and I'm gonna use these security ones, and it's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna bore you right now. Cheers. It's about the running direction. You put the big half on the table, you take the tire, and in this direction, this, you put it on to the big half. Of course, you put the special grease not only on the rim but on the tire itself, on both halves. It's suggested, no, it's recommended, that's the word, not to use normal grease, as it does damage and hurt the tire itself, the rubber. So just use this special one. It's like, yeah, no idea what's the word in English. So let's speed up a little bit. That's the important part. You have to get the tire over the ventile. Otherwise you cannot pump the tire up then. You just put it in first here, then on the other half, and then you just push it over the ventile inside rubber, and you're good. And that's the trick. It doesn't sit yet perfectly on the rim. You see it here, and also on the other side you cannot get it over the lip of the rim. But the thing is, if you put the tire over the inner rubber of the ventile, it will just pop into the right place if you blow it up with compressed air. And that's what we're going to do now. Plop. And that was it. And they say 40 psi. That's cold. That's what we're gonna do. But another trick, what you can do is, let me zoom in. Where's the ventile? Here it is. So it does come, and this applies of course for car, motorbike, whatever, bicycles. It comes with this simple rubber cap. Yeah, nice. But there is a better cap you can mount. It's a metal cap, and it even has, can you see it? Yeah, a little bit. A red plastic seal inside, which pushes onto the metal of the ventile, and it will keep the air in way better than this cheap plastic cover lid. Ooh, did you hear that? Uh-huh. What about the other one? Nothing, zero. Look, can even turn it. It won't blow. I just got a new ventile from the tire shop around the corner, $2. And good thing is that I had the opportunity to demount, to take off the tire from the rim. So the thing is, small half pops out very easy. The exchange of the ventile with the tire still on the big rim, I couldn't manage. So I took off the tire, and it did work very easy. But you do need these special tools, these tire levers. You take them and then you just push it down, push it down. Don't try with a screwdriver, it's just not worth it. Just buy these, they are really handy. Also, for instance, if you take out the clutch or so, These tools should be in every workshop. So also demounting was very easy, and tire pressure is fine. What I also did is I did balance them, static balancing. This one needed 2 weights, 5.5. That's normal. It's 2 weeks ago that I mounted them, by the way. But this one, there's something up with the rim. But I mean, how to explain it to the seller? They don't even know what balancing of tires is. So it needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30 grams in total. Just on this half, not on this. So something's up. I tried more than once, 3 times I guess, different positions. I always ended up like this. So these were needed. I hope that the weights will stick on the rim here. It is nearly even here. I added some hot glue gun around it. Hopefully it will stick and stay there. And for sure, it's also, the static balancing is also a good test to see if everything is okay with the rim. In this case, it's not. Yeah, but I'm gonna use it in the front, not on the rear, because rear takes about 2/3 of the weight, front way less, as we know. So very curious how to ride it. I mean, there's not gonna be a big difference. So yeah, anyway, see ya. Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. It's life. This is a freshly repaired rotor valve pad. So it was welded and then was turned out according to the crankshaft I'm gonna use. It's a Mato Kelly. And what I want to show you here is I have to, of course, rework the edges of the intake. And this raises a question. Where can an intake be extended? You can extend it to the front, to the back, or you also can extend it here to the side. Is it worth it? What are the pros and cons of extending the intake to the side? The thing is,
Bist du deppert? Ein Biest!
Sorry, ja.
Bist du deppert? Ist das ein Biest jetzt?